Happy Monday, my friends. Jeff Brown, same ruck, different day. Hope you had a great weekend. We did some volunteering for a local foundation that works with 5 different children's organizations. Got to be a part of that and had some great meetings at our church. And then I had a good men's group meeting this morning, and that's where I want to step off into a book that we're reading. It's basically talks about how we can all so easily get offended, and that seems to be happening more and more in our society as a whole. And I just wanted to speak out a little bit about that in an observation that I made and a play on words, which is in the title of today's Same Ruck, Different Day, the indelicate art of offencing. So what occurred to me is one of the guys was talking about a fence that someone helped him build and how that fence gets built up over time. You know, first you dig the holes, the concrete, the posts, let them set up, and you put on the slats and whatnot. So that's a fence, but there's also another word, fencing, which is basically the art of sword play. So I took that word, put O on the front of it, and instead of offense, which we all get offended, whenever we do get offended, what are we doing? We're basically pulling out a sword that we're now pointing at somebody. Only that sword is usually our words, and we're usually ready to tear them apart with our words because we're offended. So maybe we just need to check ourselves and check the source of that offense before we're so ready to whip that sword out and start lopping people's limbs and heads off. Because, my gosh, we're so easily offended at almost the slightest little thing these days. So let's not learn the art of offencing, whipping that sword out. Let's maybe keep those swords sheathed. Think about really where's that other person coming from. Become curious about the hurt that it's behind what their words are saying. It's really doubtful they're wanting to hurt you personally, because we've all heard this, hurt people hurt people. Usually they're coming from a source or a position of scarcity, of pride, of fear, of just anger. And it's usually not directed at you. It's just you're in the way. You did something that slightly offended them, and out comes their sword. They're ready at all times with that sword. Let's not be those kind of people. I would encourage you to be slow to take offense. Don't leave that sword in its sheath. Actually, just take the whole thing off. Put it on the wall. Leave it there where it belongs. And instead, remember those people who are expressing themselves out of a place of offense are usually just hurting, feel misunderstood, and that's the key right there. Seek first to understand, then to be understood. That's from Stephen Covey, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. I believe that's number 5. Actually, my favorite one. Seek first to understand, then to be understood. So, no offencing, my friends. Be curious, be compassionate. Have a good rest of your Monday.